Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk Trek. Sorry, we were a little bit late coming on air there. There was
It says we're 33 seconds in, though. How's that worked?
I'm not entirely certain, but there was a technical difficulty.
You might have had everyone me shoveling some food in my mouth, so I'm sorry.
There was a problem with the internet. Now, so unfortunately, Dan can't be with us this evening, and Carl can't be with us this evening, but we have two very special guest hosts. So our replacement Dan is Chris, and our replacement Carl is Green Megan. Before we get stuck into too much this evening, James has ice that is now melting. So let's get on and do the cocktail quickly before we get
all right, let's do the
cocktail. Very exciting news this week. So let's get straight in.
So this week's cocktail is inspired by this week's episode of Discovery. And basically, I'm just phoning it in. So this week's cocktail is a Narendra Negroni, for which you will need 1 part Vidian vodka, 1 part Poloxian Campari, and finally 1 part Martian Martini Rosso. Now, what you can do is mix those all up, or if you're taking the Discovery approach, you can just buy it pre-mixed like this and pour it into a glass with some ice, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Not even going to swizzle it properly. I'm just going to do that. There we go.
Just a moment, James. Sorry, I'm just going to have to interrupt you. G'day, mate.
Broken Hill, is that like Broken Bow? Well, yeah, I've just remembered I don't like Negroni. There you go. That makes it very much a Discovery-themed cocktail for tonight.
Right, well, that's the cocktail. There's loads of people in the comments to say hi to, and we should probably say hello to them there. So let's quickly say hello to Val. Hi, Val.
Val.
Christoph.
Hi, Christoph.
Hey, Christoph.
Nadeem.
Hello, everyone.
Usual suspects. Gary. Hi.
Evening.
Christian, where are you, Christian?
Where are you from, Christian? Let us know where you're from. Alan, he's peeking at us through the...
Our regular Alan. Hello.
Well, we've still got
Christoph,
your John Barrowman DVD, Alan.
Christoph. The good old regulars or irregulars.
Friend from Australia. Fantastic. I think Australia is probably we've had a Kiwi before. I think this is our first Australian, though. So this is truly an honour, Bruce. Fantastic. So breaking news.
Cool, Bruce. Cool.
Yeah. So breaking news. We do the news sting quickly.
Do it. Do it now. Do it.
Do it.
Hang on.
Do it. Run this thing.
Hang on a minute.
Do this thing. Come on. What are you waiting for?
I can't find the real news
Do it
one.
now.
So we'll do the fake one. It's a fake. So, this isn't fake news, this is real news. As especially people in the UK will know, we were fortunate enough to have Q&A and a talk with the cast of Discovery at Destination Star Trek a couple of weeks ago. They told us, we're so excited, in 2 days' time, you're going to be able to see the new Star Trek Discovery Season 4 on Netflix. We can't wait for you to see it. It's going to be brilliant. You're going to love it. And then literally the day after the event, they said, by the way, we're putting it from Netflix. You'll have to wait until 2022 to watch it. There was an outcry from the Star Trek fan community saying how absurd this was to do this to viewers. And then the studio executives had a look on IP Torrent and saw how many people were illegally downloading the show instead and thought, crap, we're going to lose a lot of money here. So they've decided to give it to a non-stream... Have I got this right? So it's Pluto TV. It's a non-streaming service.
Pluto's not even a planet anymore, Richard. So, I mean, I have nothing to think
it was
about.
Downgraded, wasn't
Pluto
it?
TV.
Yeah. Well, either way, I think Neil deGrasse Tyson had a hand in that.
Yes, Neil deGrasse Tyson. We've got your card marked.
Yes, we do have his card marked. I liked Pluto. But the point is, you can now on...
Hello, Pluto.
Pluto TV at 9 p.m. on a Friday. Watch.
Yep.
So the important thing is here, dear viewer, is that this is not a streaming channel. You have to watch it live or use something called a VHS video recorder, which is something you plug into your TV and record via videotape it and set a timer on it.
Can you not record it on a Skybox or similar?
I don't know what Pluto TV. I've never heard or seen it before, so I don't know.
Ooh.
It's on Sky. I think it was just the lowest pitch value one they could get it out there on, so they could save face a bit. Either way, you can now watch Discovery. So
If
if it's a case of fan pressure and fans demanding, and there was a lot of support from the actors as well. There really was on social media. A lot of the actors were coming out and saying, "This isn't fair. Come on, let's get it out there so everyone can see this TV series."
Yeah, if you want to know, Pluto's part of Viacom, so that probably makes sense why they chose it.
Hang on. Viacom.
Oh yes, I forgot. Viacom.
We are actually auditioning to be voice actors. It was a time of heroes. It was a time of war.
Do you remember that awful B movie that James L. Jones was in called Ambulance? And the punchline was, "If you call for help, you're dead."
Oh my god, that sounds so terrible. I need to check it now.
I've never seen it. It was when I had a VHS tape. It was one of the adverts that ran before that. Oh, hi Meg, how you doing? Yeah, James L. Jones was in it, and that was the tag. I've got to watch the film one night. I've got to. You know, when there's absolutely nothing else
a film that's been a
Discovery to
complete
watch.
waste of my time lately was Strippers versus Werewolves.
I've heard of that. I've not seen it.
I wonder if the werewolves came out on tops. Sorry.
Obviously, it attracted my attention, and I resented every second of my time I spent watching it.
It was that bad.
It
was terrible.
Lesbian Vampire Killers or something, isn't it? Is that
Lesbian Vampire Killers. That was all the way back in 2004. I've got the Steelbook here. No, I haven't.
Lesbian Vampire Killers is a real film.
Just 2 words for you there, Chris. James Corden.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, James.
Imagine
you're not watching the show.
Imagine a film with James Corden and Simon Pegg in it. Oh, God.
It wasn't.
It was
Simon
bad
Pegg.
enough what he did to Cats. So let alone a film with Simon Pegg.
Oh, God.
Because Simon Pegg, bless him, I feel sorry for him to be stuck with Corden.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel sorry for Simon Pegg. Anyway, so that's exciting news, and it is good news.
Yes,
I think it is very good news. It's not quite. I don't think they've quite recovered. I still think it's bang out of order. Literally, with 2 days' notice, like people have ordered. You know, people were going to have get-togethers and watch it on that, and people were binge watching, catching up on Discovery, and it was pulled with no warning. It was just a really, really mean thing to do by the studio.
They've very quickly put it on a free streaming service that's available to anyone and everyone. So
I think
that's a
one or
big
two
turnaround.
countries can't.
Yeah, I should have done a screen grab. Actually, I'll show you the figures. The rate that people were downloading it illegally from. That's what changed their minds. Because
we noticed it, didn't we, Richard, when we flew over to the States last week to see episode 1? And we noticed how many people were not acting in a lawful manner as we were.
But this leads it on to a brand new segment that we've got this week. For those in the UK that are struggling to watch Discovery, we've got a friend from America who's been watching it for us that's going to help us give us a lowdown without spoilers. So without further ado, here we go with our brand new feature. That's right. We've managed to get a friend of the show, Ted Lasso, to watch until he denies it. He's a friend of the show. This is the principle we go with. You're a friend of the show until you deny it. We've managed to get Ted Lasso, as I'm sure everyone who enjoys Star Trek obviously watches Ted Lasso as well. If you don't, you're an absolute fool because it's incredible. But we've managed to get Ted Lasso to watch Discovery and just give us a lowdown on it. So here we go.
Well, ding dong, you bing bongs. Old Ted here is Discovery. Y'all can't get Discovery across the pond, so I'm going to fill y'all in the good stuff that you've been missing. This week, well, there was a whole lot of whining from that Burnham, and some other stuff which, to be honest, didn't make a whole lot of sense. A man done turned himself into a butterfly. But hey, they made friends with him, so it's all good. I'll see y'all next week.
So there's your spoiler-free Discovery roundup.
Yeah, I've got Ted on the line now. Richard, he's just coming in. He forgot to give us his rating for episode 1.
Right. And what was
he's
it?
feeling generous. He's going to give it 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Generous.
That is that's quite generous.
I'd say that's
Thank you,
pretty
Ted.
fair.
Okay.
Can I just skip back to a moment about the fact that you guys were saying it's the most illegally downloaded, the reason for it. Yeah. Apparently it was up there with Game of Thrones. That says something.
Wow.
Well, Christoph says, talking about mean Pluto TV German shows Discovery, 4 in German, English, and Australia, only in German. Fortunately, I have several digital wormholes. Well, we don't need to know about things you need to go to the pharmacy for, Christoph, but we feel for you.
I'm not an enemy.
I'd quite like to see the.
Welcome back to Discovery. Okay, so
No, we don't think about Discovery.
look, we have to keep it spoiler-free. But again,
Yeah.
so dissing disco. Okay, so we have to address this. Okay, Dan isn't here, so we can say what we want. No, but the truth of it is,
What he doesn't know won't hurt. It's fine. We
Well,
can say what we want.
it's
Come
genuinely
on, guys, let's keep the show PC, please. Let's not, upset the networks.
no, but that's
Summoning my inner Dan.
And you can say whatever you like as long as it's constructive. This is the point. So if you're not happy with it, you should say you're not happy. Otherwise, if they don't get feedback, then how are they going to make a better show? But don't just say you hate it. Let's talk about what you like. Now that's difficult at the moment because we can't give spoilers away because a lot of people haven't watched it. So I will say though, wow, those special effects were Poundland. It was just astonishing. I couldn't believe. I was watching it thinking, well, yeah, but what about it? Can you say what about it without giving spoilers away, James? I mean, this is the point. I mean, certainly the special effects were quite laughable in places on episode 1, in my opinion.
I enjoyed the fact that the new uniforms look like they come from McDonald's. And I also enjoyed the fact that at the back of the bridge, whenever the ship gets hit with something, it now seems to have a flamethrower.
Yeah, so you didn't like the design, and you didn't like, and also I think you don't like the way that Book's ship explodes and rearranges itself all the time.
I hate Book's ship.
Yeah, and it looks a bit like a big drunk boomerang, doesn't it?
Imposter. Sorry, I've got an imposter.
Kitty!
So have I. Look,
I've got a flurgan.
I've got a tribble in the next room, but I'm not going to bring me because otherwise I'll just keep going off every 5 minutes.
My flurgan, my tribble is still caged.
But in all honesty, if there's things you don't like about a TV series, you shouldn't be scared to say that you don't like it. But
No, of course you should.
don't
You should be able
just
to
say you
voice
don't
an
like
opinion
it.
because
Offer a reason why. This is be curious, not judgmental.
Yeah, constructive feedback's always good.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just say you hate it without giving a reason.
Okay, plot, characters, effect. Will that do?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I've struggled to disagree with you there.
I mean, at the end of the day, part of our blog and our side of what we do is we review board games. We have to remain constructive and provide proper feedback because that's what people want, and that's what people want from you guys. They want your honest opinions. So tell it. That's how I say it.
Well, I've got to come clean with you, Chris. James and the rest of the guys are aware. They've probably never told you out of decency, but I'm actually allergic to board games.
I know you are. You've told me.
I really hate them. So I'm going to tell you two. Well, there's three board games that I like. One is chess.
Which is
two is Mousetrap, which apparently there's the new Mousetrap where you can get that adds on to the other Mousetrap, and it's even, or was it Marble Madness? I don't know, whatever. And the other one, do you remember that one? The labyrinth one, we had two wheels on, and he had a maze, and the marble had to go and avoid the holes and go around the tilt table. You must have played that.
Mousetrap.
I vaguely recall it. Yes.
No, the labyrinth one, the tilt table one. It had holes. It had holes. Your marble could drop down.
Yeah.
Oh, what the round, the red one with lots of little holes? Yeah, and it was a maze all the way to the centre.
Brilliant, absolutely amazing. I mean, that was good. And Mousetrap, that was good.
Have you given some of the more modern board games a go? That's my question to you.
Well, I've played board games before, and every time I've felt there's things I'd rather be doing. So, apart from chess,
It's not everyone's cup of tea.
No, of course not. This is just it.
Like a board game.
No, precisely so. And this is the same. Okay, Nadim, I've got to come clean with you here. I enjoy chess. I play a lot of chess. I am hopeless at chess. You will love to play me because you will win. Okay, but I do seriously enjoy playing it.
Have you played 3D chess?
Hey, Linda, I have. Yes, my absolute favourite version of chess is 4-player where you're playing teams. So you have 2 on each side, and it's drinking chess. You have to drink for pieces taken, and you're not allowed to confer with your partner. Oh, the arguments is just amazing. It's just fantastic.
It sounds quite fun.
Honestly, it's great. Absolutely brilliant. It really
I
is.
wouldn't recommend trying that game with a bottle of this because this goes down far too well.
Well, I used to have a shot glass chess set. It got broken. Yeah. So we're a Star Trek show. So we've done the news.
But what about Prodigy? Let's talk about Prodigy.
So who's watched Prodigy? Is Prodigy available in the? I don't think we got Prodigy yet
don't
either.
forget, we've flown to the States to watch it lawfully.
We can't talk about it and get spoilers. That's the problem. So
I mean, for my money, I can see it has capacity. It has potential. It's a bit Star Warsy at the moment.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the pilot was really good, I thought. Really good.
Constructive about it. I would like to see it. And again, it's going to sound harsh, but we've not got, we're not going to spend 3 hours like Trek Yards dissecting things about it. So we've got to give a generalised opinion. You need to do more than just stick a badge in it that says Star Trek to make it Star Trek.
I agree.
I really enjoyed it, but you need to do a bit more to make it Star Trek. Okay. Discovery does loads to make it Star Trek. I don't think it does it right, but it does actually make an effort to make it Star Trek. Prodigy's made no effort whatsoever to make anything about it Star Trek at all. I still enjoyed it, but
it is yet really to sort of find its niche, isn't it? But it's 3 episodes in, so let's give them a break.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So Nadim agrees, Megan.
About what?
I think episode 1 pilot was good. Apparently, I think
Megan said it has potential.
Yeah,
it does.
Are we allowed to talk about speculation about the other new series of Star Trek that's coming?
Oh, we can speculate away.
Yeah.
I mean,
Strange New World.
If we've got a sting for that, hang on. We haven't, so we'll use this one.
I wouldn't like that at all.
And this week on Chris's speculation.
Sorry, it's a knockout. I'm sorry. Deadpan. No. I mean, Megan's trying hard not to laugh. Suppress the urge, Megan.
So what we speculate, I can't even remember what we speculating about. Strange New Worlds.
Yes.
When's it out?
I don't know. Actually, does anyone
Next
actually
year.
know when Strange New Worlds is out?
Well, I think we're supposed to get Discovery, Prodigy, Picard, and then Strange New Worlds. So I think that we're supposed to have an unbroken run of about 48 weeks of Star Trek.
So
or something, aren't we?
Picard's before Strange New Worlds.
I think it is. Yeah, season 3's wrapped.
Fantastic. Great. I thought Strange New Worlds had wrapped. I thought that had wrapped as well. So, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, if we're talking about if we're going to speculate our excitement, I mean, wow, I'm so excited for Picard. God.
I was excited about Picard. I'm excited about this. But the annoying thing with it is it's on Paramount Plus, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the annoying thing with it. Strange New Worlds hasn't been confirmed what platform it is for the UK yet.
Well, Chris, just do what we do. Fly over to the States every week religiously to watch it.
I can't afford that. What kind of money do you think I'm on?
Neither can I. But I think Paramount Plus will be available in the UK by then. I hope. But then again, it's another streaming service that we'd have to pay for.
Yeah.
I think the issue again is I mean, most people in the UK now had Netflix, so when stuff was coming on Netflix, it was okay. A lot of people didn't have Amazon Prime. I think a lot of people got Amazon Prime so they could watch Picard. Fair enough. And what now? They're going to make you sign up to a third, possibly a fourth one. It is starting to stink, to be honest with you, isn't it? It's not on.
Nope.
Well, it's saying on Cordbusters that Paramount Plus is hopefully going to be coming across the pond in 2022, but no confirmed date yet.
How much are they going to want for it?
Cordbusters?
Well, I'm just citing the reference that I found the information from.
I've never heard of
Cordbusters.co.uk.
Well, I mean,
we should state our sources in case we get pulled up.
Yeah.
Let's say that Paramount Plus comes over and you can watch Picard, Discovery, Strange New Worlds, Prodigy. You can watch all of it on Paramount Plus. That fair enough. I'll roll with that. I'll say, yeah,
I would.
Yeah, that's a fair enough. If you can watch it all in one place and you like that franchise, sign up for it. If you still got to sign up for 4 different accounts, then these people who are peddling Star Trek really have no idea what Star Trek is about. We'll see.
Nope.
Well, they think it's a license to just,
Well, this was my worry when Discovery came out. It felt very much
CBS.
It felt very much as if they were trying to carve it up, and say, "Here we go. Here's a bit of Star Trek for you. Here's a bit of Star Trek for you. Here's a bit of Star Trek for you." And they lost sight of the overall goal of Star Trek. But we're not going to go massively into depth with the sociological consequences of CBS administration of Star Trek because we simply don't have time. We've got so many more features to get through this evening. Like, what else we got?
We got Wish.
We got Wish and we got Choose.
Well, we've got Collectable Corner to do, and Meg's got something, but we can't see her.
She's going to have to describe it to us using words.
I can try and flip my camera around.
Oh, a duck. Hang on. James, talk for a bit.
So here's another thing I don't like about it. No. So what do we have to look forward to? The Chicago Star Trek convention. That's coming up at some point in the next year or so, isn't it? I'd love to go.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for our invitation to be sent to us. So CBS, if you're listening and you want to change our view about a number of things, then by all means bring us over and persuade us. We're very open to hospitality and bribery. So that's one thing. When we get to the Wish clip, we'll be talking about the availability of festive-related Star Trek merchandise, or as I sometimes call it, TAT. But that's one thing. My little girl put our Christmas tree up today. She's terribly excited about it, even though I say you shouldn't be putting anything up until the 1st of December. And what's that you got there, Chris? What's that?
I
What's
found it. You know the thing I
What are we
lost?
playing?
Oh, this is your collectible.
No. I'm doing collectible this week. Tough. Right.
Oh,
Well, I had it as reserve.
So this week on... do I need to do it like Carl? Hang on. I haven't got a cap. Ew, viewer. This week on Collectible Corner. While we were away at Destination Star Trek London, friend of the show, Gary, gave me a gift. It's a very personal gift. And we've not had a chance to feature it on the show yet because I was ill
So
last
he
week.
did, yes.
Yeah, and it was really special. Now, Gary normally only sort of tunes in at the start of the show and says, "Hi guys, how you doing?" And then he disappears and is not present for the rest of us. It's just to make us think he's watched the whole thing. Gary, if you're present in the comments, tell us now, because here's your moment, mate. 'Cause I've got something to show everyone that you made, which is absolutely outstanding. Okay, so yeah, he's gone. So a few weeks ago on the show, James, do you have your he is here? Whoa, Gary, he does watch.
He does watch. Yes, he does. Gary watches.
James, do you have your collectible that you showed a few weeks ago, your XL one?
What, the one Gary made?
No, the Nova class.
Oh, yes, here it is.
Yep.
Yes, this.
So
Ooh.
James featured this a few weeks ago on Collectible Corner.
Hang on. Here it is. Here's the actual ship.
It
There she
really
is.
is.
Nice.
oh,
Now,
that's fabulous.
That's
this has
really
been
nice scale.
That's fab.
as I
What scale is
We're doing
that?
Star Trek Equinox.
it's scale XL.
Nice.
So this has been my favourite ship for quite some time in the Star Trek franchise. I love the design of it. And
She's
I've
a
been playing,
beautiful little thing. Yeah.
I've been playing Star Trek Online now for, 11 years. If you want to add me, I can't remember what my name is. Jademar, I think it is. I'm a Rear Admiral. And I still use a Nova class. It's souped up. I still use a Nova class ship. It's my favourite ship. It really is. It's beautiful. And I mentioned this on the show a few weeks ago. Now, at Destination Star Trek London, we had our Hawaiian shirt meetup, which all the real fans of the show attended, including Gary. And Gary presented me with the following. He made this for me, which is a gold Nova class
Very
Equinox
nice.
ship. So Gary 3D printed it himself and painted it.
Oh, so it's not leaf gilt.
So let's compare and contrast. There we are.
Yeah. I mean, you can
pretty
see
good.
mine's a lot golder than his.
Yeah. 3D printing's getting better and better.
Well, Gary's very good. Gary also made James an incredible shuttlecraft.
Yeah, he did. I saw it, didn't I?
Yeah. But this is...
Yes, a much
This
bigger
is
version
really-
of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gary made this for me, and I was at the time I was pissed, but I was genuinely touched. And it was a really nice thing that you did, Gary. And it really is a lovely model as well. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with it.
No, it's lovely that.
Yeah, it's great.
I've just
Fabulous.
posted a link in the chat, guys, that the Eagle Moss are actually even doing the animated XL ships now because the Ceratops is on the site.
Ooh.
That actually looks really
We
nice.
got-
Actually, the Proto Star from Prodigy looks really good. Is that what it's called? The Proto? I can't remember now.
Protostar, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lovely looking ship. It's fantastic. James, that's really annoying. Can you move your cat, please? We can just hear the knock.
He's very
knock.
clicky, isn't he? I think he's
very
arthritic.
clicky.
There we are, fixed him. Oh,
There we go. Shut that cat up.
So Christoph would like to point out he did touch that nice golden ship that Thursday night, and he didn't break it. Yes, it was a really good night. It was lovely to see you, Christoph, and thank you for not breaking my ship. I'm sorry those vets tried to kidnap me. But it was.
They did, and they didn't give us any ketamine or anything.
Sorry, that tickled.
But yes, I'll move the cat, James. It's getting on me, Jeremy Bratz. Go on.
Oh, you're what? Sorry, you're Jeremy Pratt. Okay, I've not heard that term before.
Right, so normally at this point in the show, now James, you've got a wish clip this week, haven't you?
Yes. Well, did you bother to download it?
Well, no, I've got to tee it up. You'll have to talk for a minute while I do it.
Okay, so Wish is where I go on the internet and find something that we're allowed to show publicly. And sometimes it'll be funny, sometimes it will be serious, sometimes it will be a little bit pathos to it or something like that. But this week's is all about just a piece of tat I found being marketed to see by Hallmark in particular how much you're prepared to spend. And it is... Well, I'll show you when Richard, you're ready to roll VT. You'll see exactly what it is I've chosen this week.
I'm just about ready. Hang on.
If you're not quite ready, I'll say that Hallmark, for about 15 years now, have been producing a range of Star Trek Christmas decorations. The very first one they produced was the Galileo shuttle, which I've got somewhere in the loft. The present Mrs. Dillon has preferred I don't put the Star Trek ornaments on our tree, but this is the latest one. Well, that's last year's. I haven't seen this year's, but let's have a look at it. Roll VT.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. To boldly go where no man has gone before. Transport room energized. Captain's log, stardate unknown.
Captain, what's happened?
I don't know. Mr. Chekhov, laser setting for planetary target aid.
You are away from your post, Lester.
Communication status.
No storm damage, sir. All stations report normal.
Computer. Ready. Produce all data relevant to the recent ion storm. Over.
Yes, Captain.
Keep Sulu's attention off that board.
I'll do my best, sir.
Anytime's a good time.
I think that's probably enough.
Afraid I changed.
You take a lot of chances, Lieutenant.
Mr. Scott, all clear.
I went it, precious. Oh, that is awesome. My friend Emma must really want that because she's massive into the theory, but even I like that.
Would you like to know how much that would set you back, Chris?
I dread to know. Go on.
How much in ounces
Don't
of
go in
cocaine
pennies,
will
I
that
can never
cost?
convert it.
It's in the order of £145.
Does that come with all three figures?
Well, that was for the ship. I don't remember seeing that the three other figures came with it. The thing with the Hallmark ones is they tend to be very collectible. So I've got the transporter chamber one that's now silly money on eBay. That one, I think, I had a quick look on eBay just to see what they were going for, and it came in at about £225 was the cheapest I found.
I'm not sure I understand this. So you don't have put a Christmas tree up, but you bought some Christmas tree decorations, David. Is that basically what you're saying?
I think so.
It's a confusing stratagem
It's
They
a,
have
it
some
is, it's a
Hallmark one,
confusing
but don't put
stratagem.
the tree
Yeah.
up, but this would solve the problem. Yeah. Sounds like he doesn't put the tree up. Sorry, the minimal use of grammar makes that really difficult to understand. Sorry, grammar Nazi.
Be careful, he's Scottish. He'll come and nut you.
Right. So over in the comments. So we've got
Chris.
we've got
Yes,
I-
Picard.
I'm sorry,
They've done filming seasons 2 and 3 back to back, I believe.
It's already I'm not very good at acronyms.
SNW is
Strange
Strange
New
New World. Pick is Picard.
Have wrapped.
P plus is
Card is
Paramount.
filming. 3 is already there. Three. What's 3?
Season 3
Picard
already.
season 3.
Is already what?
It's filming.
Filming.
That's filming now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not
He
very
actually
good at
made it very quite clear that the filming schedule is going to be quite tough because, bless him, he's not doing great these days.
They've got to get them in while they can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
they're
the
doing
Chicago
his work
convention.
ahead of everything.
The Chicago convention is happening in April 2022, and Linda is inviting us all over.
Oh,
I mean,
fantastic.
that's
I've got somewhere to stay. I just know how to get to Chicago, Linda. So if you'd like to
I mean,
donate the
that's
funds, that
delightful,
would be
Linda.
amazing.
We were hoping CBS would fly us over. That's what I was angling for there.
Well, no, Paramount Plus. We need to target them. Hi, Paramount. It'd be cracking.
What's that? Is that something to do with American football?
Yes, it's a fantastic game
No,
where you don't use
baseball.
your feet. It's just it's bizarre. Is it
Like rugby
honestly?
football.
You should watch American sports. So if you watch basketball, they have a man like in the stadium with a Hammond organ going bam 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 bam. It's absolutely insane. And then they've got a game called American football where you don't use your feet, and you wear helmets. And it's kind of like rugby, but like you wear body armor. It's really brutal. And then there's baseball, which is kind of like cricket, but there's no stump. Well, basically, it's like
It's
rounders.
more rounders, isn't it?
Yeah, so girls in this country play rounders. It's like similar to that. But American sports it's all about stats. They love stats in America. It's all about the statisticians and things. It's really is quite fascinating. But yeah, it's quite insane. It's not cricket, not by a long shot.
Richard, I'm looking at investing in a smoking jacket because I think I would suit that very much. And it looks like you can go on Wish. Now, this is worth rolling the dice on, isn't it?
Well, you could end up with a smoking jacket. You could end up with the special effects from Discovery Season 4.
What colour do you
could
think
have
would
got
suit
you a
me as a smoking jacket? Burgundy, purple?
Well, Hugh
Velvet
Hefner
green.
used to wear burgundy, didn't he?
I nearly burnt the kitchen down early. I could have made you a smoking jacket then.
James, I would
Burgundy
like
with
to.
the mustard collars.
I'd just like to a moment
Mustard.
now. You don't smoke.
Yes, I do.
You don't smoke. No, you don't smoke.
What about my electronic cigar that I had at destination?
That's not even vaping. That's just a
That doesn't
prop.
even count, does it?
No, that's not even
No, it
close. to
doesn't count.
smoking.
No.
For life insurance purposes, I don't smoke.
Oh, you don't. We don't smoke. It's not just for license. You don't smoke. It's just it's a thing you don't
Megan,
do.
I've had an epiphany. Are you an Orion by any chance?
I'd go to the chemist about that.
Oh, what?
I think was it the episode of
I had
Slave-
one once. I went
Slave
to the
from
chemist,
original
got some
series?
cream. It cleared it right up. When I had an epiphany.
She was green, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
The fact that you're green a lot, I thought you were an Orion.
Oh, let's have a spot quiz. Give me 2 WWE wrestlers that have been in Star Trek.
The Rock?
The Rock.
Yeah, that's the easy one.
Ooh.
Jerry Ryan.
Jerry Ryan is not a WWE wrestler. In the comments, spot one. Anyone going?
I don't know why my mind's going to the Undertaker.
No, not the Undertaker.
It's not him.
Anyone? It's Enterprise.
Oh, is it?
Right. Okay. So Christoph is technically correct here because William Shatner did wrestle in a WWE ring and he acquitted himself very well, but he wasn't a main build cast, so we're gonna no. Enterprise.
That's what I was going to say.
It was the Big Show. He was the Orion Heavy in an episode of Enterprise. He literally picks up Jolene Ballock, literally like one hand. Just
Oh my god, it was Big Show.
Yeah,
I can
Big Show, yeah.
Jolene Blaylock in one hand. I mean, she's
Johnny
teeny
Blaylock is like teeny tiny. Anyway,
yes, she's never been. Is it true she's never been to a convention? Doesn't do the conventions.
doesn't do conventions.
think she
Nope.
does any
So
of
if
them,
you've
no.
got her autograph, it's like gold dust. I mean, I don't even know when she did. If she has ever done one.
Well, I wonder if now, generally, it would be a requirement if you signed on to Star Trek that you'd say, I will attend a certain amount of conventions and stuff to publicise the show. But there we are. So there we are. Right. How are we doing for bits that we've got to do? Otherwise, Dan gets angry. Where are we? Right. We've done Wish. We've done Collect.
I sent you a news thing earlier. Did you use that?
Oh yes, we've got some news. Now, this is Carl did a feature some time ago over the data figure that was out, didn't he?
He did,
which looked, quite frankly, quite amazing. And then there was the Picard one that followed up that looked like, well, it didn't look like Picard, did it? That was the problem with that one.
No, it looked more like that chap out of Right Said Fred.
It did. He looked like he was being deeply dippy, didn't he?
Be dippy about the do.
Sierra smile, a legs go on for miles and miles. Yeah. So this is the latest one is XO3. This is the Janeway one. So
With
there we
his
are.
murdering hands. Look at the size of those hands.
Well, I think it's perspective there, James.
Okay, who makes?
But they
these
do look
things?
rather large, don't they?
I mean, look at those accessories. The detail on those accessories is just nuts. Even the
Mad.
pulse rifle looks amazing.
Coffee mug.
Actually, do you know what, Chris? I was just thinking, I'm disappointed in that coffee mug because it should have like Voyager on it and the thing, you know.
Well, it didn't on the show, did it?
But regardless,
it
it should have it.
Defiant had its name on its coffee mugs, probably because they had so few, they didn't want people nicking them.
So who makes this again?
XO3.
XO is the name of the company, yeah.
I mean, it's difficult to see the face from this angle with the picture you've provided us with, James.
Hang on, I'm going to send you a link, Richard.
Oh, don't go on the internet, James.
XO3 action figures.
There we are. I've sent it in the private chat, so you can pull that up.
Oh, God. So
it's $189.95, which I don't know which dollars that is, possibly Australian, and $25 flat rate international shipping. It's a 1/6 scale articulated figure.
Oh my!
Do you know what? That doesn't look too bad, actually.
I don't know. Did they do the?
That's not a bad
A
likeness.
better job on her face, I think.
Yeah, better than the Picard one, yeah.
Look at the
really
next
good.
image along.
Did they
Richard.
do the Brent
Better
Spiner
version.
one?
The Brent
That's
Spiner one is
fantastic.
really good.
Yeah, but I think that looks better. She looks a little bit really plasticky, and he didn't look that plasticky, if I recall.
He is a plastic android. I mean, It's kind of what they were going for. But
Do you think she comes with eagle eyes like Action Man did?
Oh, I
I
didn't
don't
know.
know.
They did a
From some
Picard
angles, it looks good. From others, it doesn't. I'm not.
one. The
No, you're
Picard
right.
one
Those
was
hands are
great.
massive. Look at the size of them. Look at that. Christ.
So basically, she comes with a variety of hand gestures.
Maybe it's like a special move, like big hand.
Yeah.
I'm
They look good.
I think that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
it's
that- yeah, I think that's all right. I mean,
good. We get
Have a
one
look
from
at their
you.
site. So what else have they got up? They've got Picard.
well, for $20, I think that's how much is that in a currency we can understand, James?
That's just a pre-order, by the way.
What- yeah, that's your deposit, Richard.
Oh, right. So how much,
It's
oh,
$189.
so how much is that in
About
a currency I
£180.
can understand?
Well, I don't know which dollars they are.
How much is it in a currency I can understand?
I'd say it's probably about 200 quid by the time it's delivered.
Which is what?
Well, that's about 20,000 pence.
For that?
Yeah. You've got to be a serious action figure collector, I think, to really kind
But
of.
to be
want
fair,
that.
it's not like that big. It's more like that big.
Look at this one. Look, they've got Antonio Conte. Look.
oh, Bob's not going to be happy about that.
It's Antonio
Oh.
Conte. Yeah.
Oh, do by all means
Scroll
look up
down
alternate
and look at the
photographic
Picard one.
archives. That's
Picard
always
one
very
looks
funny.
good.
Oh, look. And they got Mark Strong. Look. There's Mark Strong there.
Hey, and he actually looks really good. He actually looks better than Janeway.
That looks better than
that
the
looks
pictures
more
we
like
saw of
friend
it.
of the show Tony Lee than it does Patrick Stewart. Sorry, that's I look more like Patrick Stewart than that does. That's awful. Tom Hardy looks more like Patrick Stewart than that does. God, if anyone's watching and has bought this, I'm really sorry.
No, actually, if anyone's watching this and has it, I'd like to see it. How it looks in comparison to the photos.
Yeah.
Because Bob Picardo does not look well in that. I dread. How is he? They must have posed for 3D scans. Bless him. He must have been out, feeling really down.
Well, that's Bob
does not
Picardo
look
as he
well.
was 25 years ago, though. Isn't it?
Oh, no,
is
of
not
course, he's
Bob
Linear
Picardo
Matrix.
as he was
His
25
hollow,
years.
hollow Matrix.
Oh, God. Do you remember that episode of Voyager where they had the people pretending to be them?
Well, they weren't
Yeah.
pretending. They thought they were them, didn't they?
No, they were pretending to be them. They had like the evil Tuvok guy who thought he was Tuvok, and that's how they kind of out-logicked him. They were pretending to be from the Federation. You remember the episode?
Live
Isn't
fast and
it from the
prosper.
planet with the
Yeah,
mimetic
Live Fast
gel?
and Prosper. It might have been, yeah.
Oh, the Demon Planet.
No, not the
That was
exact
what?
copies. The people who were pretending to be from the Federation. They were pretending to be
Oh,
genuine.
Yes.
And that one.
Yes.
You could get away with that for that.
Yes.
But that is bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. The guy that played Tuvok was funny.
He was, wasn't he? He was really good.
Now, could we get him on the show?
He's a friend of the show. We can ask him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can certainly
We're
ask
like
him.
friends of the show.
Got to find out who he is first and confirm that he's friend of
He's
the
a friend
show.
of the show, but we don't know who he is.
Everyone's a friend of the show.
Like we said earlier, everyone is a friend of the show.
Chris Chibnall is not a friend of the show.
Who?
Who?
He's the guy who's ruined Doctor Who.
Oh, right.
Actually,
okay.
do you know what? It does look more like what was it? Kelsey
Kelsey
Grammer's
Grammer.
captain called Captain.
Oh, Captain Morgan Bateson.
That's it, Bateson. Yeah. And Nadim says, "Come on, you Spurs." Well, they're not doing terribly well. I
Association
mean,
football team, I think.
they lost their last game under Conte to, I don't even know who they were. I think it was some Sunday League team from Germany. And today's match was postponed because they wouldn't play in the snow. So there you go.
Mm.
Are you allowed to say I'm not going to play in the snow?
Yeah.
Really?
Does the other team get to say, well, we're going to go out on the field, and if you're not there, then we're just going to keep booting it into your goal?
So the guidelines used to be up to the referee's discretion, and that used to be it didn't matter what snow was on the ground. If you could see your linesman from one side to the other, you go ahead. But these days, you have to actually be able to see the lines on the ground. If you can't see the lines on the ground, they call the game off. And they had people sweeping the snow off, and then the snow just came straight back down and covered it. So that was that. At Burnley, there we are.
Are we doing Choose Your Choose tonight?
I haven't got a new one.
Oh.
No, I think my
We can
mutt's
make
gone
one up.
off, as in the dog, and Bubba is waking up.
We can play What is Chase Talking About again, because no one's ever got that right.
What
Should
is
we play that
Chase
again?
about? Go on.
Okay, we'll do that. So
We
let's.
did that a few months ago.
So what's Chase talking about here?
Thank you so much for telling me that story. That is really, really wonderful. That's one of the nicest things anyone has ever told me in my time on Star Trek.
So was it A, how I lost my virginity? Was it B?
You were just telling her about your room, and she wanted to go and see it, didn't she?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
It's just embarrassing how much she was in love with you.
It was embarrassing. She was lovely, though, I have to admit.
She is lovely. That's the problem. Chase Masterson is just a genuinely lovely person.
Yeah.
If you've had the honor to meet her and talk to her, she talks to everyone, and she is just genuinely lovely. However,
She is.
I'm not diminishing, obviously, your experience.
No, I mean, she was extremely privileged. So a year later, we were in the press room, and she stopped me and she said, "I know you." And I was like, "I don't expect you to remember me." I said, "We met last year." And she said, "No, I definitely remember you." I said, "Well, you did say I was handsome and you were sober." And and she winked at me and she said, "I won't be later." And but we left it at that. Yeah.
I was sober when Wilson Cruz told me I had really nice eyes, but you know.
I told Wilson Cruz that he'd had his Weetabix and he looked at me like I was a fucking nut job. I mean, he literally has got
And he
muscle
had his
going out
3
his mouth.
shredded wheat.
Yeah.
Dear me.
Right, well, we're nearing the end of the show now, and I like to think we've covered all the main aspects of Star Trek news this week. In all seriousness, guys, it's a bit unfair, I think, the pressure that the studios are putting on people to watch what we want to watch. The manner in which they're doing it, I think it's terrible. And I like the fact that they've put it on this Pluto TV. I don't know how anyone can watch it, if they can watch it, if it's on the
Right,
Sky.
so I've done some checking for you. It's a Freeview channel, I believe.
Is it on? Can you get it on your Sky
The
box?
preview channel, yes.
It's a Freeview channel, so if you are on, you've got it, your Freeview tuned in, it's available. And I believe
So if you've got a Digibox with a built-in recorder, or you want to watch it live, then you can watch Discovery and catch up with it.
and if you've got a Sky subscription, it's available through that as well, I believe. But do check. I did a very quick look for everyone.
And always check with the bill payer before incurring any charges.
Yes, very important. Yes.
I
He's
think
stroking it. I thought you promised me he wouldn't stroke it on camera, Richard.
now
I'm
I've got to
expecting you,
play
Mr. Alsop.
Gyrating.
I have to play a serious
Release
note
the
here.
sharks.
So, all right.
And end.
Right.
Oh.
So, on a serious note, the UK restrictions are coming back this Tuesday.
Poo.
And basically, yeah, so it's at the moment the restrictions are fairly light, and it's going to be that people have to wear mandatory face masks again when they're in public areas. It's a hard time. I know that there's the sci-fi ball coming up in February, and people are panicking that's going to be cancelled now because of face masks and bits and pieces are happening again. But I think, if Destination Star Trek London proved anything, we'll want face masks through pretty much the whole event. I would say 90% of the people there were doing it, and we all had a good time. No, of course it wasn't like it's previously been, but we all had a jolly good time. So, do enjoy yourselves. Do wear a face mask. If you're one of these anti-vaxxers and you don't believe in wearing face masks, I said that's fair enough, but just on the off chance all these millions of educated people might be right and your 15-minute YouTube video that you watched on the toilet this morning might be wrong, could you please just wear a mask anyway? Because it is people's lives that you're toying with. So.
Well, it is. Even people who've had the vaccine can still die from it. Sorry, guys. It sucks.
If you think it's a hoax, fair enough, but just on the off chance that you're wrong, if you could wear a mask anyway, just in case, we'd all really appreciate it. So,
Well, does it hurt you to wear one? No. Might it hurt someone else if you don't? Yes.
Yeah. So that's basically it. Just in case.
On a positive note, I want to see some really cool Star Trek cosplay alternatives for wearing a face mask.
Yes.
Oh well, the Breen.
Yeah, that's cool.
They had a full face helmet, didn't they?
Or the Mandalorian.
The Hirogen.
Ooh, yeah, Hirogen.
That chap on the TNG who had a thing in front of him that jetted steam at his face.
Oh! What was his race?
He was the chappie that made friends with Wesley.
Yes, it's the same species, isn't it?
Speak well, Wesley.
Speak well, James. Good
there
work
you go.
today.
Quick, a brownie point to anyone who can name the species on the chat now. Go.
I think it begins with a V.
Is that the species when he was doing the Starfleet entrance exam for the Academy?
Mm.
It appeared in a couple of episodes, but
his species.
So he had this sort of metal thing in front of him that seemed to have steam coming out.
Yeah, the fellow's name was Mordock.
His name was Mordock, but what was his species, Linda? Come on. Brownie
I
points.
watched this episode not too long ago.
Gary's there. Gary's got it. Benzite.
There you go. So Gary, you've got a brownie point. I don't know what the guys want,
You've won a Barrowman DVD.
You won the Barrowman DVD, yes.
Yay.
Your life is complete.
Is it true that someone went and ordered a ton of copies of that?
It is true.
Tell me it is, because that's just hilarious.
It is true, and that what's worse is that, well, I don't know if it is worse.
Someone stole them. Someone stole them. We ordered him like 500 copies, and we ordered them all in one go, and someone intercepted them like a collector.
Really?
Yes,
I bet they were gutted when they opened that parcel.
I was disappointed. I needed some more coasters.
Someone intercepted them. Yeah, James has needed something to keep the birds away from his strawberries. So.
Oh, was Carl using them in the pub?
We don't know, because Carl is so busy because he can't get enough staff to run his pub that we can barely ever hear from him, and we miss him very much.
No, we miss Carl.
Yeah.
Come on, Carl. Get your business in order and come join us on a free webcast.
I can't remember the last time the Four Horsemen actually all rode together. It's been that long.
In a while, guys.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, you only ever ask me to join the show when there's someone missing. Not that it's a problem.
No, we only when we're
there's someone missing most weeks now.
I know.
I was missing last week. I think that's the first show I've ever missed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway,
Well, look, we all
That's
have
it for tonight,
you all
guys.
have lives. You're allowed to have days off
Yeah.
as long as the show goes on.
that's been an hour, and it's been a pleasure. I think that's
under
probably
our
been the-
bail conditions, we have to stop, don't we?
Yeah, I think that's been a fantastic. Genuinely, to everyone that's been watching the show, as always, thank you so much. If you would be so kind as to give us a thumbs up, like emoji,
Share.
the blowjob face one, or the huggy cuddle one. If you could do that for us, that'd be amazing. Thank you so much. Seriously, you know, I know this whole Omicron Persei Theta 7 things coming up. Stay safe. Look after yourselves.
The Omicron variant. Yes, I heard someone say earlier today.
We
it's
will.
like a TOS episode.
Yeah, we will all get through this. You know, there might be some inconveniences to come, but we'll all get through this, and we'll see you all soon. So look after yourselves and each other.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Oh, Megan's
Megan's
literally
back.
reappeared right at the end.
Hey.